VFC HK416 GBBR mag or similar. Let me show you not obvious but quite commonplace of gas leakage for those mags. Obvious one is leakage through the bottom part of this mag, but you can get rid of it easily by tightening up those screws. By the way, for any GBBR rifle it is worth to check screws because all those rifles has a blowback, and sometimes when you install heavy buffer or heavy bolt carrier, the recoil could be significant, even comparable with 22 LR. Okay, let's disassemble our mag. First of all, make sure that you don't have any gas in here. That's it, it's empty. Start from the bottom part. Now you can remove whole head of the mag without disassembling it, but for this you need a long screwdriver to reach that screw in the middle of the mag. Okay, here it is, the leakage place. Under this rubber sealing you can see roughly polished aluminium part, and sometimes it has significant production defects, like this one. So you can get confused. You could think that the problem is in your output valve, but it is not. This place could let gas go through the whole head and even output rubber, but the problem is not in the valve. Problem is here. And now just use nail file to remove that sheet and make surface perfect. Here it is, almost perfect. One more thing you can improve is BB channel. You can even see how BBs leave traces on the surface. The surface should be perfect and polished and flat. This part doesn't have flat surface. You see those production defects here. So just use some abrasive paper to make that surface flat. Like that. When precision of your BB is 0.05 millimeters, everything should be perfect, everything should be polished. And don't forget to clean the channel before installing. And actually it is worth to polish a little bit surface here. Sometimes it's also quite rubbish. You see now? It was worth of polishing. It has at least 2 places with rubbish surface. The rest is okay, but those 2 spots could damage your BB. Now get back to our head and let's disassemble it completely, because probably you would need it for assembling the whole mag. Again, keep an eye on those screws. They usually unscrew because of recoil. I wouldn't recommend to use any glue or screw tight here, because from time to time you need to disassemble your mag to clean it. So just check those screws, it's not difficult. Keep an eye on those parts, it's easy to lose them. Okay, now let's put sealing back. Add some silicone oil. Now just put it back and move it in different directions to make sure sealing sits properly. And proceed with the screw. You might need quite significant force to tighten it up. Now I recommend to proceed with bottom part, because you will assemble main chamber and you can check leakage. If no leakage, you can proceed with top part. One more little advice, tighten it up one by one. Not one completely and then the rest, but one by one. A little bit for the first, a little bit for the second, a little bit for the third. And then cycle it one again. A bit more for the first, a bit more for the second, and so on. Now we can already check it. Everything is perfect. We can proceed with the head. This little part. As you already assembled the top part, you need to put it a little bit with force, but it's not a problem. And the most difficult part. It works. We can tighten it up. Okay, it's ready. Let's add one more improvement. As you can see, bottom part is quite weak, so we need to protect it from when you throw magazine on the ground. For that, I'm just adding some extra layers of the tape here. And then most valuable life hack. You can use rubber puller, but install it 90 degrees. As you can see, if you install it like that, you would have edges quite protected from here. And the damage of that rubber puller proves that life hack. So now it's quite protected.